Hey friends, welcome back to another video. I'm really excited for this one because I have two new-ish niche fragrances that I purchased during the So Avant Garde 30% off sale. One is definitely a favorite and the other one might be a fail. It might be a fail, y'all. And if you want to hear more about Love No Shame by Plume Impression and Smile by Akro, keep watching this video and let me know what you think. And come on down the fragrance rabbit hole with me. We're trying to smell good over here. Now let's get started. So how are you? I am just peachy. I'm really excited because my son Marky just got his braces today and he did fantastic. So let me know how you're doing in the comment section. Is it hot where you are? Because it's definitely hot here. We're gonna be going to the pool later and that is just gonna be what we need. And before I get into the fragrances, if you're new here, my name is Kara and recently I have become a lover of fragrances, especially the niche ones. It's a little bit of an obsession. I'm learning a lot about fragrances. So if you're new to the community like me, this would be a great place for you to stick around. And if you're an expert, continue to share your expertise with me because I love learning about fragrances. Recently, So Avant Garde had a sale. I have purchased fragrances from there before as well as some samples. It was 30% off and I decided to purchase two. One I had smelled before, I had a sample and I knew I liked it. The other one, the first one we're going to talk about, I could not find anywhere except from the website. I just wasn't trying to pay the money and I couldn't get a sample from anywhere for a decent price. So I was like, forget it. Lo and behold, I was on So Avant Garde and saw this baby right here, Love No Shame by Plume Impression, and I just blind bought it. I did. Let's go ahead and get into the description of this fragrance and the notes. I have been playing with these fragrances for about a week now, so I am going to give you my overall thoughts on both of them. We're also going to look at some of the Fragrantica comments because I just get curious to see what other people think about fragrances. I love hearing about what notes people smell and how fragrances wear on them. I think that is so interesting, like the whole body chemistry piece. So without further ado, we're going to get started with Love No Shame by Plume Impression. Now I found out about Plume Impression when I came across a sample of Pop Heart. I do have that one in a full size and that is a very fruity but kind of woody fragrance. I always say like a woody Fruit Loops kind of fragrance and I really love that one. It's very sweet. And so I became interested in the house. I also think I have some more samples by them. So maybe I'll do a Plume Impression video once I can lay my hands on those samples. But as far as Love No Shame goes, this fragrance embodies passion and intensity, blending red roses, cherry and chocolate with whipped strawberry cream, cinnamon, and sweet almonds. Smoky oud adds intrigue, complementing the warm, musky sandalwood base. A captivating contrast of sensuality and depth, it lingers endlessly, invoking pure love in an unforgettable scent. When I think about this, I think about Valentine's Day. I think about something that is feminine leaning. I think about something that is sweet and creamy. All of those notes, there is nothing in there, maybe except the oud, that might have been a little concerning for me in this one. Now, this fragrance was launched in 2025. It is categorized as a floral, fruity gourmand. And we do have top notes of cherry, almond, whipped cream, and strawberry. In the mid, we have cinnamon, violet, and rose. And in the base, we have cocoa, vanilla, oud, sandalwood, and musk. Lots of notes here, but all of them are notes that I just love. Now here is what the package looks like. Very nice presentation. It does say Love No Shame on the box, so it's custom to the fragrance, not just a generic box. You see the plume, and then here we have our fragrance. This fragrance is normally $210. Again, it was 30% off on So Avant Garde, and that's a great site to look at if you are interested in sampling niche fragrances. I know a lot of you are familiar with that site, and I see a lot of fragrance creators that do have codes. All right, let's get into the opening. This fragrance opens up with a very fruity burst. I can smell strawberry, I can smell cherry, I can smell rose, and I can smell violet. Those are the four notes that when I'm just smelling this bubble here, That's what I'm getting from there. It performs a little bit differently on the skin, goes through a bit of a evolution. I do feel that this fragrance is powdery, so I would stay away from this if you are not into powdery fragrances. Spraying on cotton next, because that mimics me spraying on my clothes. On cotton, I can smell the same notes. The cherry is more prominent, but then you get that oud smell. And I think that that smell may put some people off. It doesn't stay. It's just kind of in the mid, even though it says it's in the base. But I smell that coming through. It's not a bad smell, but this fragrance is not smelling as I pictured it in my mind. And I'm sure that happens to all of us from time to time. You have an idea of what something will smell like, and then when you really smell it, it's not what you thought. Now we're going on skin. The way that the fragrance is, if it stayed this way in the opening, this would be an immediate love for me. And when I initially smelled it, I'm really glad I did not film a review, because I think it would have been way different than what I'm gonna say in this video. Because as this fragrance starts to evolve, I think the fruitiness actually kind of dissipates. You get that oud, but I'm left with this very powdery dry down, and it's hard for me to smell anything else. I don't smell cocoa. I don't really smell vanilla. I just smell powder. It might just be the way that this fragrance is mixing in with my body chemistry, but I was really disappointed because I have another fragrance called Cherry Powder that does the same thing, and that is a powdery fragrance on purpose. I'm learning that powdery fragrances may not be my favorite, but it's really not my favorite when I'm expecting it to be more gourmand. Even right now, the fruitiness that I was getting in the opening is just fading away. I really do wish that I could smell the creaminess of the whipped cream and the chocolate, but it's just not there for me. I'm really not sure what note in here is giving it this powdery vibe, but I would love to know if any of you have smelled this. What did you get from this fragrance? Because is my nose off? This really should not smell this way. What is happening? If any of you have smelled this fragrance, please comment down below. What notes do you get from this fragrance? How do you feel about it as it wears throughout the day? Because after a while, I was actually a little bit tired of it. I was like, this just smells like powder to me. It's not really giving me anything else. And I just wanted that opening to linger around. I wouldn't even have minded if the oud lingered around, but I just don't have anything but almost like a little hint of fruit and powder. It's like a fruity, powdery smell. I'm just not sure if fruit and powder are my favorite combination. Now I'm gonna go and look at some of the comments on Fragrantica. They really help me out sometimes when I'm having trouble for words when it comes to describing fragrances. One person feels like the almond note is extremely strong and that it's like almond essence that has been fermenting in the back of the pantry for a couple of years. Okay, so this person didn't really care for this fragrance, but they really love Plume Impression as a house. One person says that this is a complex and changing fragrance, and I think that is what's making my thoughts on this fragrance a little unsure, because I do feel like this fragrance does evolve. They said they could smell a medicinal woody oud and then a detectable cherry scent underneath, but they were also confused why the fragrance was described as a gourmand, which I do agree with. I don't see anyone mentioning powder. I wonder, does violet give a powdery note? Is violet powdery? Let me click on it and we'll see. Oh, there it is. Y'all have probably been saying it to me the whole time. A sweet and powdery, airy and dewy floral note. So the violet is very strong in here on me, and I think it is overpowering the rest of the notes on my skin. I don't smell any cream. I don't smell any sandalwood. I'm not getting any vanilla, and I barely smell any fruit. So there you have it, friends. If you are a violet lover in fragrances, this one might be one that you are going to adore because it is very violet-y, very powdery. I'm also not smelling any cinnamon, and I'm not smelling the chocolate. I really wish I was getting that in this fragrance, but that's all we have for reviews. I don't feel like there's much out there, and I haven't seen a whole lot of content creators review this fragrance. I would love to know your thoughts, but This one might be a fail. It just might be. It's not a Cara fragrance, and you will know when I review a Cara fragrance because my reaction is totally different. I can't even hide it. I love Pop Heart. Pop Heart is amazing, but this one, it's not bad at all. It's not off-putting, and I do think it's a safe fragrance to wear. This isn't giving me Valentine's Day vibes. It's not really giving me like sexy vibes or anything that's decadent, like when I'm thinking about chocolate and strawberries and whipped cream and all of that. I'm not getting that at all. So as far as the description and what's delivering on my skin, two different ends of the spectrum for me. Let me know your thoughts on Love No Shame. It's a love no shame. Okay, didn't mention the longevity. I could smell this all day, and I find that when there's a fragrance that I'm not wanting to smell all day, those tend to be the ones that I can constantly smell, and that's how I felt with this one. And I feel like as the day goes on, the fruit just completely leaves the fragrance, and you're just left with that violet powdery note. So yeah, y'all, that's Love No Shame by Plume Impressions. Still a great house. I need to dig out my samples so I can inform you about the rest of them. I will continue to be interested in what Plume Impression comes out with. I know I'm not gonna like everything, and that's okay, but I've searched for this fragrance for months and just could not get my hands on it. Well, I could, but I wanted a sale. So there you have it. Now let's move on to the next one, y'all. Okay. This next one here, now I believe this came out in 2024 because I had a sample of it, and I may have talked about it on this channel. I cannot remember. Akro Smile, y'all. Comes in this little tin, and I have been interested in Akro since Akro Bake came out. I bought that one in a full size, and I have since become a lover of those citrus gourmand fragrances. Like, I want to try every single one. Bake is just beautiful, and you know there's so many clones of Bake out right now. That ice lemon pound cake situation, I'm here for it. But Smile is one I purchased when it came out from one of the sites. I can't remember. But I remember saying, I really like this because there was Smile, and then they had East, and I was like, out of all the samples I had tried, Smile was the one. I was like, I would get that in a full size. Lo and behold, you know, it's been some months later, it went on sale. So Smile is described as an addictive happiness fragrance. It's inspired by the pursuit of joy and born out of a unique family connection. The founder of Akro, oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. So the Akro founder, Anais Crisp, asked her father, the master perfumer Oliver Crisp, to create a perfume just for her, one that nobody else in the world would have. And so he created this fragrance for his daughter, which is the owner of Akro. Who knew? Okay. And that is how Smile came about. See, I love inspo. I really do. Now, the notes are very simple. It's not a whole bunch in here. We have top notes of sage and bergamot. In the mid, we have raspberry. And in the base, we have musk. Y'all, this is like, let me just calm down. Let me show y'all the packaging first. Let me calm myself down. There it is, the 10, and I'll let y'all know how much it is. Now, right now, Akro Smile is on Max Aroma for $140. I'm not sure what the original price is. It might be $185, but there are some different prices going on right now. Here is what it looks like, y'all. I love the presentation. It's minimal, but still very nice. Let me tell you what this smells like. It smells like raspberry lemonade in a bottle. This is spring, summer. It is very fresh. I absolutely love this. And what I love about this one is the raspberry stays the whole time. It doesn't fade out or anything. You just get that citrusy, lemony raspberry. And I just think it is a beautiful scent. Not so much the sage for me. I'm sure some people could pick it out, but I don't really get a lot of sage. I think this one is unisex. Definitely not a cold weather fragrance at all, but I have been wearing this. You can see I started making a little dent in it. Like, oh, it's gorgeous. It projects, but it's not gonna suffocate you. It's so calming. It's so relaxing for me to smell this. It reminds me of maybe having a raspberry lemonade cocktail or something poolside where I need to be in a couple hours because it's hot. Let's check out what Fragrantica is saying. This one says it wasn't a fragrance that they were really looking for, but it has grown on them a lot. This is a very cool, bright raspberry iced tea in the summer with a bit of an herbal quality from the sage that brings a clean, almost soapy laundry musk. I would not say that this is soapy. I would say that it's clean, and it is a gourmand. But recently I have been smelling gourmands that have like a cleanness about them, and it almost sounds contradictory, but that is exactly what this is. They said that they do find value in simpler fragrances like this. Sometimes I may want some complexity and sometimes I don't. Honestly, I feel like when fragrances are so complex, that's when I'm very unsure of how I feel about it because it changes too much. And that's how I feel about the Love No Shame. I don't need it to go through that evolution only to get to powder. Like it didn't even leave me with what I wanted it to leave me with. It left me with a note that I don't want. So I don't need a whole lot of complexity. This one, what you get in the projection, in the opening, is what I have received in the dry down. I have worn this to bed. I've worn it during the day. When I wear it to bed, I smell it in the morning. When I wear it during the day, I smell it on my clothes. I get whiffs of it throughout the day, and it's nothing different than what was in the opening. And that makes me really happy. It's what you smell is what you get, and that's it. Someone said that the raspberry is most dominant, and it may be a cute spring / summer fragrance for someone that is girlier. I could see that too, but I don't think this would smell bad on a man at all. Someone said it smells like a Sprite, a very sexy, refreshing Sprite, and they think that it's the lime, which is the bergamot, and they really thought that it was unique and effervescent. Not this perfume is for a little boy whom his mother leads by the hand to kindergarten in the morning. I would not say that. Someone feels like it's a snooze fest, and someone said if you like tea scents, then you will like this one too. This person said it smells more like green tea. It's clean, light, unobtrusive, and delicate, and it's perfect for spring and summer. So that's how I feel about it. It's not gonna fill a room. I think Love No Shame could fill a room. Smile is not gonna do that, but Smile is gonna smell good to you. And I don't feel like it's a skin scent. I think it's a bit more than that because I was getting whiffs of this on my clothes throughout the day. I love spraying it at night on my pajamas and on my wrists and waking up and smelling it. It's just such a happy fragrance, and the description of it and the name of the perfume, it all goes together. It's such a vibe. This just reminds me of something that you could wear on a really hot day, and it's not gonna be real crazy because you know some fragrances don't do well or smell as great or could be too much in the heat, but this one is not gonna be like that. It's very low key, and I could layer it with so many things. I could wear this with a lot of my citrus gourmands, like my bakes. It would be beautiful with that. I could add a vanilla to it if I wanted some creaminess to it, or I could add something fresh. This one is really versatile. This is something that could be a signature scent though, that I could really wear anytime. Would this be a sexy date night fragrance? I wouldn't specifically pick it out for that, but I think that this could be a signature scent for me. As you've seen, I have been wearing this one a lot. I have worn it during the day. I'm about to wear it to the pool. You can wear it at night. It is just a really beautiful, simple fragrance and an easy one to wear. So the favorite obviously is Smile. And the fail, or the one that's really on the fence, is the Love No Shame. I want Love No Shame to work for me so badly, but I just don't think it will. The powderiness is just too much. And if I smelled a little more fruit, I could probably be like, yes, we can do something with this. But I'm so disappointed that I'm not into the smell. I really have to smell for the fruit and the chocolate. And the more I smell it, the more that powdery note, that violet is in my nose, and I don't want it to be there. I do hope this review is helpful, especially the one for Love No Shame, because I haven't seen much on this. I've heard of a couple creators mention it a bit. Smile has been around for a lot longer, so I'm sure you can find something about this one. And Akro's coming out with a new one soon called Crush. And that one is in, like, I don't know if it's the juice or just the backing to this, but it's pink. I'm wondering, is that going to give me the vibe that I really wanted from Love No Shame? We will probably find that out. I think it will be releasing soon. Let me know if you shop from So Avant Garde, and let me know what fragrances you're wearing for the summer. Maybe I'll come back and do a video about that as well. As always, I am enjoying getting to know you all in this community. The community is the most fun part of this, as well as learning about fragrances and niche fragrance houses. So I do hope that you enjoy being here. I love talking about perfume, so share some comments down below. What are you wearing today? And I will see y'all really soon. School is out. Trying to get this content to y'all. I have so much to talk about, so trying to get back regular, so when school starts back up, I will have a plan. I can't leave y'all in the dust. I left y'all in the dust for a little bit, but we're not trying to do that anymore. So that is it, y'all. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I do hope this was therapy for you. You know it always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in another one soon. Bye.